Classic cars are very expensive. It wasn't that long ago that they weren't actually that pricey, but over the last 10 years or so, their values have absolutely exploded. So to get these amazing pieces of nostalgia and in some cases engineering excellence, you're going to have to cough up a lot of dollars to be able to do so. But here are 5 that are possibly some of the most expensive that you didn't really expect to be worth that much. And I'll explain why they are all north of $100,000, if not a lot more than that in some of these cases. Let's dive in with 5 American cars that are worth a lot of money these days. The 1972 Oldsmobile Cutlass 442 convertible. This has a 455 cubic inch V8 motor and a sleek convertible body as well. It's a beautiful car. This symbolizes some of the best American cars built during the 1970s, and from an era where they were still creating powerful, stylish cars that felt approachable. Because of the beauty of this car, it is very expensive. If you're going to get one nowadays in good condition, you got to be coughing up at least $110,000 to be able to have the privilege. Also, for around the same price as this is number 4 on this list, the Cadillac Deville convertible from 1970. The Cadillac Deville has been classified as cruising luxury at its absolute peak in the United States, and you can certainly see why. Cadillac, they are absolutely renowned for luxury, and their old cars were absolutely huge and were bordering on limousines. These are really, really high-class motors. If you want one these days, like I said, you got to be coughing up at least $110,000 to be able to do so. You can get one that's maybe not in the best of condition for around $20,000 or $30,000 apparently, but if you want one that's in really good condition, it's a 6-figure car, I'm afraid. The Ford Mustang Boss 429 edition, also from 1970. And the reason why this is so expensive these days is because of the rarity. How rare? Well, fewer than 500 were built in total. Given the fact that a lot of these unfortunately have been lost to the pages of time, that number is sadly probably a lot less than back in the 1970s. If you want one nowadays, it's going to cost around $462,000 to get a showroom fresh edition. And maybe the rarity, ironically, has actually made this a more classic and sought after car actually as well, because it wasn't really a hit during its time. Back in these days, they were prioritizing their NASCAR projects and not really the Ford Mustang as a whole for the consumer. So unfortunately, it didn't really sell that well. But if you got one now, you'll be more than fine financially. Also from 1970 was number 2 on this list, the Chevrolet Chevelle SS454 LS6. Now, back in the day, this was an incredibly powerful car. Only 1% of Chevelles were built with an LS6 V8 engine, and that produced at the time a record 450 brake horsepower. It is estimated that there are only 20 or 25 of these cars left in the world, and because of that, that means the price is very high. How high, you ask? $600,000 if you want a showroom fresh, or even any of these really at that point. There's not that many of them left in total, so even one that's maybe not in the best condition will sell for a lot of money. But not as much money as the Chevrolet top of the list. Not a regular Chevrolet though, a Corvette. The 1971 Chevrolet Corvette ZR2 454. Now this apparently goes for a whopping $785,000, and the reason for this, again, rarity. There are only ever 12 of these built ever in the entire history of its production run. It's one of the rarest Corvettes in the history of the Corvette brand, and it was basically marketed as a track-ready street car. In the early 1970s, that was extremely rare. You might get some cars nowadays like that, but not back in those days. And it very much as well does epitomize as the ZR2 badge, something that Corvette fans will know very well, of course. And given how much it was in terms of its performance and everything, it was groundbreaking at the time. And these days as well, it's an absolute classic. Wouldn't surprise me if the price of one of these in absolutely mint condition tops $1 million. But that's the figure we got with this one. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this list, guys. Have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Do you want to see some more lists like this going over really expensive classic cars, just kind of daydreaming, just being like, oh, I wish I could afford one of those? Hey, maybe someone's listening to this who can actually afford one of these cars. So get out there and get one. They're all absolutely fantastic, particularly ones at the start. 110k for those absolute beauties. If you've got the money, there's worse things to spend it on. But yeah, want to see more content like this? Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, guys. And yeah, we'll see you soon for some more content right here on the channel.